The first thing is that I hope that we're going to adopt unanimously the resolution extending UNFICYP in Cyprus. That would be very good news, and I think it's important as well that creates the space now for the two sides, hopefully working with Jane Hall-Luton to intensify their efforts to agree terms of reference, and then to be able to restart a proper talks process that leads to successful negotiations and ultimately settlement in the interest of all Cypriots. So that's the first thing we'll be doing. Then we'll be hearing from Mark Lowcock on the Syrian humanitarian file. And the UK is particularly concerned about the fate of people living in former opposition-held areas now controlled by the Syrian regime. It's not just about individual convoys, there is a systemic problem of lack of access, which means that the United Nations and its humanitarian partners are unable to deliver the much-needed assistance for those who are most in need. So we'll be hoping today to find out more about why that is and what steps can be taken about it.
And why not the political track? Why you're not discussing or listening to Mr. Peterson today? And when would he address the council, do you think?
Yeah. So my understanding is that Mr. Peterson will be addressing the council in February. He has, of course, only relatively recently begun his mission as special representative. So we'll be hearing from him, I think, next month. But of course, like all of us, like all the United Nations special representative or anyone else, he will be working on the basis of Security Council Resolution 2254, which sets out what the Security Council believes needs to happen in Syria. And of course, the prime focus of that is on a political process as the only lasting way of bringing peace and stability to Syria and its neighbours.
Ambassador, as you know, there's now intense talk between the US and Turkey and Russia about Syria, and there's a talk about a possible UK and France role after the withdrawal of US forces. Have you been updated about this talk? Is UK involved in these negotiations about Northeast Syria?
Well, the UK is, of course, involved in a number of conversations with our allies and partners about Syria, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to share any more on that right now.
Another quick scheduling question. You had an adoption on car sanctions down today. It seems to have been moved. Is there a problem?
I don't know. This is something that our French colleagues are leading on. I believe they think that they need another 24 hours to make it work. We'll be working with them to get it through. I think everybody in the council wants to see that resolution adopted, so I don't think it's a sort of terminal problem, if that's the right way of putting it. Thank you, everybody.